Hello, this is Will from Will to Trade at willtotrade.com, and I wanted to make a market recap video on some of the stock activity from today, Monday, April 25th, 2016. For those of you that are listening, watching to this video, if you're interested in joining our room is currently free. You can simply go to willtotrade.com, fill out the form, and we'll get you all set up. That's willtotrade.com. For those of you that are in our room, hey, how's it going? We had a really strong day again today to match our strong day on Friday, and I wanted to just briefly go over a handful of stocks and just kind of recap what they did, what I alerted, what some other people alerted, what happened. The first stock I want to talk about is AMD. I did not alert AMD today. AMD was our big, huge, epic play on Friday a couple days ago, but I wanted to show you guys the chart and take a look at what it did. The blue line here at the bottom is about $3.31. That was the point I had recommended members to go ahead and place a buy order on that on Friday. And this stock just fell. I mean, it tapped that 331 line. It kind of rebounded a little bit, leveling off at about 345 in after hours. But ultimately, this was a pretty big short. I did not alert this as a short. Generally speaking, I don't alert tons of shorts, only because not every member has access to every broker that would have access to every shares to short. So I don't want to alert something that not every member can participate in. But if we zoom out a little bit here and let's see here. Oops, let's undo that here. Remove that drawing. If we, no, let's do it this way. There we go. If we zoom out and we look at the big picture from the last 2 days, I think it's pretty fascinating. You know, it started here about 330s. It worked its way up, steadily growing up to 399. Kind of maintained that level in the after hours and Friday. Pulled back here Monday morning, kind of wiggled around in the early pre-market, and then just boom, just took a dive. Tapped that 331 mark, came back again, like I said, at about 345. So basically the stock made a 360 round trip, went all the way up, came all the way back down. Not too much else to say about AMD, except for I told members on Friday, sell it Friday. I told members this morning, you got it, sell it. Why would I say to sell it Friday? Because, you know, every day is different. We're day trading. We're focusing on day trading. We're not focusing on, you know, holding stocks for weeks or months or years on end. That's not our focus. We don't know what a stock is going to do weeks or months or years at a time. We're just looking at today, what's going on today. And on the day of Friday, yeah, the move was to go long, to go up, to buy, and then sell at the end of the day. And then you're done. You're back to cash. And then Monday, you would see what would happen. The only way I would have alerted this again on Monday is that if it at least had broke the 399 mark, if it at least had gone to $4, maybe even a little bit more for some confirmation, maybe 402 or 404 or 405 or 410, something to show that there was a continuation. But obviously there was a huge pullback. That's AMD. Second one is EBIO. EBIO was, here's a 2-day look at EBIO. EBIO was basically a huge monster play on Friday. I alerted this Friday morning, hey, check out EBIO. Some of our traders did trade it, and again, I said, you know, sell your shares because you don't know what's going on here. And again, it almost did a very similar round trip move that AMD did. It shot all the way up, although it had a bigger day on Friday than AMD. And again, it's a much smaller share float, so that makes sense. This huge red candle, which is pretty unbelievable, like at about the middle of the night or so. But minus this huge red candle, you can obviously tell that it just steadily fell all the way back down, just barely above the $1 support line. So this blue line here at the bottom is $1. It made it above that line, tapped, and made it above the line all day on Friday. And it was pulling all the way down here to the $1 mark. And I have to tell you, I'm even genuinely surprised that it went below the $1 mark. It hovered for most of the day at the end of today, Monday, above the $1 mark, and then even a little bit after hours, Again, this is why we buy and we sell by the end of the day. It doesn't necessarily have to happen at the very end of the day, but before the day's out, we want to be back to cash. Why would a stock like EBIO explode on Friday? Why would it come crashing down on Monday? Well, it finally went above $1 on Friday, and it hadn't done that for a while. There was a lot of excitement and momentum, so it squeezed all the way up. Why would it come crashing down today on Monday? Because it squeezed up on hot air, on nothing. There's no news, there's no new technology, there's no new CEO. There's nothing really exciting, really going on with EBIO. You could say it's artificially pumped up. You could say that there's nothing really happening there. It's not like some billionaire investor got involved in EBIO. It just was up because traders were buying it like crazy. And then once that enthusiasm disappears, it falls right back down to that blue line, right back where it was. Okay, these were the two sort of stocks that went down, which could have been great shorts. We didn't really focus on these as much because, again, we focus mostly on up moves. Let's take a look at the first one of the day, NEOT. I'm actually going to zoom into the 1 minute view of this. This is one I actually was alerting here, this blue line level pre-market. Yes, you can buy stocks pre-market. You can buy them and sell them within the pre-market, or you can buy them pre-market and then sell them when the market opens. Is this easy? Not necessarily. Is this an advanced strategy? You could say so. But nonetheless, if there's a good opportunity, it doesn't matter. You could trade it during the market, you could trade it pre-market, you could trade it after hours. And we'll talk about an after hours one last. But this is basically like the first trade opportunity of the day. As soon as I saw it was tapping above 125, I said, yes, I like it. Let's do it. And then look, it makes a really nice steady 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles up, pulls back a little bit, goes up, pulls back again. And then I said, there's no reason why this couldn't hit $1.40, $1.50 today. This blue line, this dotted line represents $1.50. And sure enough, 2 minutes into the market, it tapped the $1.50. It's a long wick, so it's not really going up with much strength. Kind of a sign that, okay, you're lucky to get the 150, but it's probably not going to run much further. And that's exactly what happened. It kind of toggled its way back up, pulled back down, made sort of a cup here, if you will, went above 150 for about 1, 2, or 3 candles, and that was about it. And then if you zoom out on the whole day picture, this blue line, it basically came pretty much all the way back down to where it started. Actually, let's take a look at the 5 minute view. I think it's this in the 5 minute view. The blue line again being 125, where I had suggested, yes, I'm interested in it. Went above and then pulled back down. Almost tapped it once. Pretty much damn near tapped it here a second time. Kind of tapped it here in after hours, although it's up a little bit on obviously very, very tiny volume here after hours. Again, NEOT kind of in a way similar to EBIO or AMD, or maybe not AMD as much, but similar to EBIO. There really wasn't any news on it. Why is NEOT up? It's up because it's up. What's going on? Traders are buying it, and as traders are buying it, it goes up, and as it goes up, more traders are buying it. So it's sort of up on its own hype, if you will. And then as it goes up on its hype, traders sell quickly, and then there isn't any really foundation there, so it has no choice but to come falling back down. So NEOT was a good quick trade early in the morning if you could jump on it quick, and then you're done. Let's take a look at another trade here, LGCY. You look at this one. All right, yes, exactly, LGCY. Let's even look at the let's look first, I guess, at the 5 minute candles. I alerted this sort of late in the game. I give credit to members that were seeing this before I was. I guess my excuse is I was busy multitasking and trying to have private message with different members and checking emails and posting and just doing 101 different things. But that's really no excuse. I give credit to the members. They jumped on this early. These are 5 minute candles. Besides for this little pullback here, I mean, look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pretty damn strong green 5 minute candles, and then a 7th one here, obviously with a long wick. This blue line here is where I finally said, yes, okay, let's do it. Let's go in LGCY. And as you can tell, yeah, I'm really late to the party here on this one. And then this dotted blue line is 315. and I said, you know, it's probably going to get to 315 to slash 330. Obviously, it didn't go all the way to 330. It topped out at 324, but here's the bottom portion of where I was talking about it. So the NEOT trade could have got you a nice 20%. The LGCY trade, my little piece of it is only 10%, but some members were able to bank 20, 25, 30% of it by jumping in earlier. Just for fun, let's take a look at the 1 minute candle version of this. I mean, wow, look at this thing. It just shoots right up. You know, it pulls back a little bit. Like here's the high of the day previously. It works its way up, flats, works its way up, and just kind of like slowly but surely stair-stepping its way up, 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 pulls back a little bit, up, 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 pulls back a little bit, up, 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 and then there you have it. I mean, beautiful, beautiful trade early in the morning. Let's take a look at MCUR. MCUR, again, got to give it to the members in the room of this one. This is one that I know that where some members, maybe not necessarily our room, but other rooms, were able to trade this portion of it here first thing in the morning. Good for them. They saw it happening quick. They jumped in and out quick. And what does it do? It does the classic cup. It's a big cup though. It's like a two plus hour cup. You know, some consolidation. And one of our members said, "Hey, Will, look at it. It looks like it's come back up." I said, "Yeah, it does. It looks decent." 170, not really my line, but the line where one of our members was alerting it, "Hey, check us out, MCUR, let's buy it there." And that's a perfect idea because this line here, this green line, is $1.68. So it basically breaks the previous high plus a couple penny confirmation, $1.70, lets you know that it's really on a run. And I just purely commented saying, yeah, you know, it's not done. It's going to keep going a little bit more. It's going to go to 195/212. This dotted blue line is 195. So yeah, it got to 195 and a little bit above. It got to 2 even. Didn't make it past 2, but it definitely got you a really nice 15% run right in here at least. That's a pretty nice return. Let's take a look at TLOG, T-Log. Ton of volume on this one. We're 13 million shares traded. Let's flip over to the 5 candles on T-Log. Again, T-Log is one that I give the members credit for. It wasn't really on my scanners. Again, for those of you that know a little bit about how I trade, me personally, I don't really look at stocks too much under the $1. There's nothing wrong with trading them. It's just not my main focus. So I wasn't totally, completely analyzing T-Log, but there were other traders that were talking about it, and they mapped out this line right here. This solid blue line is at 46 cents. And T-Log makes, from a 5-minute candle view, a pretty clean, fairly textbook triple top. Here's 1, here's 2, and this sort of mosh of candles is 3. And what's really more important is the break. You know, anywhere in this section here in the break, okay, what do you have? You have a break of a triple top because it comes up and it pulls back down, comes up again, not quite, pulls back down, consolidates nicely, and then it pushes through. And then once it pushes through, again, these are in 5-minute candles, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 pretty strong candles. And this fourth one is really strong. It kind of consolidates a little bit and then eventually comes up to 60 cents. This is not a trade that I took. This is not a trade that I alerted. But some of our members were able to capitalize in this trade from this break here at 46 cents up to this high point here of 60 cents. That's a 30% gain, 30% gain. So we have a 20% gain opportunity on NEOT. We have a 10, 20, 30% gain opportunity on LGCY. We have a 15% at least gain on MCUR. And now we're looking at another 30% gain on T-Log. Not bad. Let's take a look at the last one, Seed, S-E-E-D. There was some good news on Seed. I think like a new CEO, something like that going on. And again, I got to give credit to the room. I was not in front of my computer during this time, but I did see some messages on my phone. This blue line here is after hours. They were checking this out after hours. That's pretty impressive. You know, we're checking out stocks pre-market. There's opportunities to trade before the market opens. There's opportunities in the early part of the day. There's opportunities all throughout the day. And looky here. There's opportunities after hours. So right around here is where the members really got interested, 235. And then this again, these are 5-minute candles, but look at it, it shoots right up to the 280 mark, pulls back again, and shoots back up one more time. This being like 20% in after hours. So, I mean, you know, you trade like 3 of these big movers in a day and you're making 20, 30, 20%. I mean, what is that, like 50, 70, 80% in a day? It's just unbelievable. You're not going to get those kind of returns trading your blue chips. You're not going to get those kind of returns trading Bank of America stock or Apple stock or sadly, you know, Starbucks or sadly Google lately. You're not going to get those kind of returns. You're only going to get these kind of returns with low float stocks. A lot of them happen to be in the smaller price points. There's just so much volatility. There's just so much activity. As you saw with, let's close here with the chart with EBIO. I mean, this is volatility completely, all the way up, all the way down. And for those of you traders that are better than me, you know, you're trading this thing all the way up for like a 50 to 70% gain, and you're trading it all the way down for another 30, 40, 50% gain on the way down. Up, down, up, down. Well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really like this video and want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. If you want to join our room, like I say, it's currently free, and you can find out about these alerts from me and all the members, and just keep posted, just keep up to date as to what's really going on in the market every single day. Go to will2trade.com. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.